Divyansh Madan, founder of DMAT Projects. We request you, Divyansh, to start with your story and kindly make sure that you keep the time duration to 5 minutes.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Great evening. I'm very sorry. I might take a little longer because I'm very talkative, but I'll try to keep it under 5 minutes. So, hi everyone. This is Divyansh. I am a regular guy who just passed out of DU. I never went to my college. I was always there in the college though. So, I run a content company now, which is called DMAT Projects, and we are a production house, a marketing company, you can say, because we do a little bit of digital marketing. But we mostly are into making content. So photography and videography is what we majorly do. So I will today not much tell about what I do currently because I want to focus on the story that, how did I actually reach her. So coming to that, when I was in college, I had done a lot of internships. I was a part of a lot of societies. I used to attend a lot of seminars like these in my college as well and online as well. Of course, those times there used to be a lot of offline seminars which we used to attend. But yeah, the online ones now. So coming all together, I mean, I would say that after at the end of 3 years of my college life, the only reason that I could actually get into a business role, or actually I could even afford to think that I could actually get into a business role was majorly because of the societies, the workshops, the internships that I had done, because it had given me a base. So what all of you need to understand is that there are only two things which will actually help you once you get out of college. One is your damn personal experience of whatever that you do in your college life, right? If you are hardcore into societies, be hardcore into societies. If you're an ISECer, go be a hardcore ISECer. If you are doing internships, do a lot of them, right? So that is one thing which is going to really help you after you're done from college, which is again what you do during college. And the second one is the brand name, maybe the college that you came from, or maybe the internships that you did during the college time. So the brand names that attach to you. So, out of all of these, the things which will stick with you are always the connections that you have during college with your societies, with your internships, and everywhere. Because once you graduate from college, wherever you're working, guys, you have to understand, be it a startup, be it a corporate, and whatever department that you guys are working in, you will always need connections to get to the right things, right? So, if you're working in marketing, you need to get things done. If things are a call away from you, because you know all these people in the industry, it really helps. If you're in finance, you are stuck somewhere, and if you need someone's help, again, one call and you get out of it, right? So try and build connections. Try and build connections to such levels, and professionally, of course, I'm saying a lot of professional connections, so that once you're out of college, once you are in the network, it is very easy for you. You guys have to understand one difference that I realized from when I was in college and when I came out was that it was way easy in college to do anything and everything that you wanted to, and the only reason being is you have your best friends, you have your teachers, you have your professors, you have your society members, you have your co-founders who are helping you to get through with this, right? As soon as the college ends, जो वो थोड़ा सा fun वाला period है ना, where everyone has time, everyone wants to talk, everyone is there for you, वो थोड़ा सा side हो जाएगा because everyone's going to start their own journey after college. So if you have those connections, those friends, those mentors, those people who are professionally connected to you even after your college, it's really going to help you. Right. So after I graduated from college, honestly, I did not have a plan to work on a startup or do anything because I'd done a lot of internships. I had a few job offers because I had done a lot of work in the industry. I already knew what I was trying to do. But I also had a few opportunities to go to a few universities abroad and study there. I only decided to stay back and do something of my own was because I wasn't very sure that if I want to wake up every morning at 7, 8 and get ready and then go to the same office, do the same job. So my only reason to get into entrepreneurship was that I didn't want to get bored working with the same thing every day. And as I said that, now we make content with a lot of different companies, there's a lot of brands, and we love to work with startups, we ourselves being a startup, because it's always fun because as I said again, you get to learn a lot. Startups have crazy ideas. The founders have amazing things that they want to portray to their target audiences and everything. I on the contrary, I was just a creative person who was just trying to capture happy memories and make great content for other people, and that's how I ended up here. So that's the major story. I did not plan the entrepreneurship; it just happened. So that's majorly about it. That's the story, guys. I would love to answer questions because I am more of a talkative person, like one to one. So yeah.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. Okay, so you guys can raise your hand. Okay, we have Rishabh.
Yeah, so you have discussed about, I think you have discussed about the connections that you made in college. So there are two type of connections. Like one is you are doing it and you should do great, and the other type of connections are, अरे ये तो मेरे friend का है, so you can give me the discounts and also how do you cope up with that and how do you manage that problems?
Great question, Rishabh. Thank you so much for that. That's a really important point that I missed out and everyone should know. Guys, so when I say connections, again, as I said, you have to decide your own potential, right? 5 years down the line, do you want to be the guy or the girl who friends called their friends, called your family, and did everything like that? Or if you just supported the entire community around you and then build something for yourself? Right. So you can have both connections. And Rishabh, being honest, both the connections actually help because I have got a lot of work references and projects because of friends, and I've got a lot of because of the professionals as well. So both help, but you have to choose which one's going to help you, whatever that you want to do forward. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, so next we have Nancy Mehta.
Okay. So my question is, knowing that a platform for artists was a new niche altogether, how was your experience in convincing artists to join your platform, and how long did it take for you to get your first client?
Oh, great question, Nancy. So first client, I think I'll first get on to that. My first client for the first 3 months, very funny story. I did not get any client for the first 3 months. I was thinking, nahi, nahi, aa jayega, ho jayega, but that did not happen. 3 months later, one of the HRs had emailed me again. Just companies में मैंने थोड़ा बहुत internship किया था and everything. So one of the HRs emailed me again and wanted me to join back. So I was left with say 1,000 rupees in my account, and this HR was offering me 30,000 rupees per month. So for a moment, I was tempted, but then I think I took a step back and I came back to the point again that why did I actually get into digital marketing or the content business? So coming to that point, it was more of me creating a lot of memories and getting in the creative industry. So in college, I had become the photography president in second year, and that's when I understood that visuals, where people has this old quote that photograph has 1,000 words. When it came to videos, it became 1 billion words. So even today, if you guys look at it, right now we're talking on a video call, and that's the kind of expressions that you're experiencing. So the content that we make for our clients, it's more of a story and more of a relatable context than it is just content. So I think it's that passion to convey the message.
Okay, so we have Abhishek Sharma.
Mhm.
Yeah, as for a new startup, we all need some capital or some investment. My question was how to attract investors to invest in our startup or company.
Abhishek, for that, I think people have different approaches here. I mean, so I have never been an investor kind of a person जिसको investor चाहिए होगा या जिसको सोचा भी होगा. So I have never looked on that side. But I would say it's always a personal decision. And once you know कि आपकी company, आपके product, आपके MVP को investor की जरूरत है, I think there's plenty of stuff that you can just watch on YouTube and you'll get thousands of ideas how to pitch investors. But I will not be the best person to talk about that because I don't personally like investors. They get stake in my company, so I don't like it. So
Okay, thank you, Divyansh. Thank you. So now let's move on to the next founder. We have with us
guys, I'll
Sanam.
just drop in my contact details, and just in case anyone has any more questions, you can write to me over the mail. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah.